Have you ever felt outsmarted or manipulated by a narcissist and wished you knew exactly what to say to take back control? Dealing with a narcissist isn't just an inconvenience. It's a dangerous game where the stakes are incredibly high. If you don't know how to stop them in their tracks, it could cost you your job, your health, your marriage, or even your children. And here's the uncomfortable truth. You might not want to destroy them, but they are more than willing to destroy you. In this video, I'm going to arm you with 3 simple words that strip a narcissist of their power over you. I'll show you why you need them, how effortlessly they work, and the perfect moments to use them for maximum effect. Have you ever found yourself lost for words in the face of manipulation? I've been there. Let me share a personal experience where I was in this exact situation. Imagine this. It's the eve of a crucial court hearing for the custody of my daughter. My ex-husband begs me to meet, hoping to avoid court. He suggests coming to my house. I refuse, and I opt for a nearby parking lot. As I lean against my car, arms crossed, I ask him, what does he want? The air is thick with tension, each word like a step on a tightrope. He tries every trick to make me doubt myself. He's weaponizing my empathy. He's playing the victim. Internally, I'm fact-checking his claims against reality. He's the one who keeps canceling his weekends with her. He's the one that's too busy to see her. And now he's the one that is insisting that he gets custody. His arguments are twisted and his demands are nonsensical, and I feel that familiar, unsettling sensation of being gaslit, like the ground is starting to fall from underneath me, and I'm being pulled into his nightmare. But this time, I know better. I recognize the gaslighting and understand the urgent need to end this manipulation. It's in this high-pressure moment that I discover the true power of specific, carefully chosen words. So let's get into the strategies and insights so you can use them in your situations. How can 3 simple words be so powerful? Let's explore the psychology behind this, because it's not just the words, but it's their timing, the delivery, and the impact. Not merely about confrontation. It's about making a quick and powerful impact. Think of this as a verbal self-defense. As you know, dealing with a narcissist, especially a covert one, is like navigating a minefield. The key is to not engage in their game. The longer the conversation, the more they're going to twist your words and reality. So during my meeting, my ex-husband posed as the victim, even though he's the one that initiated the court hearing. He was playing the sympathy card, trying to make me feel guilty so he could get what he wanted. All the while, he completely avoided the real issue, his complete lack of responsibility as a father. So here are some tips to try to keep in mind when you have to confront a narcissist. Brevity and clarity. Keep your words concise and to the point. The more you say, the more the narcissist can twist your words. Recognize the manipulation. Be aware of their victim playing tactics. Knowing this helps you control the conversation. Avoid engagement. Do not try to outsmart them or get drawn into their game. Your strength lies in staying detached and focused. In my situation, I quickly realized the longer I engaged, the more confused and manipulated I become. So I knew I needed to protect myself quickly before I fell into the trap. My words had to be calculated, not only to end the conversation, but to also demonstrate that I was no longer under his spell. Now, you might be thinking, what could these 3 words possibly be? But before we get there, there's something crucial we need to address. Understanding this is going to make those 3 words much more powerful when you do hear them. In my story, timing played a huge role. I didn't just blurt out my response. I waited for the right moment, which gave my words more power. This brings us to a vital part of this discussion. When is the right moment to use these 3 words? You want to wait for the moment of critical balance. Let them speak long enough to reveal their manipulation. Basically, let them hang themselves on their own words, but you also need to keep it short enough that you don't accidentally fall into their trap. This strategy is vital. The 3 words won't have their full effect unless the narcissist has tried to cast their spell on you, or to try to pull you into their distorted reality. If you're prepared for this and you can stay grounded without losing your sense of reality, this strategy is quick and powerful. So while they talk, you have to stay mentally vigilant, guarding yourself against falling into any old patterns. So here are some tips to keep in mind. Think offense, not defense. Approach this with a mindset of control. You're not there to justify yourself You're not there to be on the defensive. Instead, focus on steering the conversation, letting them run out their words, setting your boundaries, and taking charge. Next, identify trigger patterns. Usually, they're going to use the tried and true phrases. You should know these by heart by now. You're going to hear the topics designed exactly for you, the ones that have always worked on you. Use active listening. This means listen carefully. It does not mean that you have to agree with them. It means that you're gathering information. Just notice what they say and how they say it. This helps you remain a neutral witness to the manipulation and prepares you for when to strike effectively. Keep your emotions in check. Narcissists feed on the emotional reactions. By staying calm and composed, you deny this fuel, which can throw them off balance and gives you the upper hand. Silence is powerful. When you don't respond immediately and allow significant pauses, you throw the narcissist off their game. It gives you time to think and gives them time to reveal more than they intended. And then you want to watch for the tipping point. You want to allow them to try to manipulate you for as long as possible, while not going so far as you end up confused or disempowered. The moment where you feel yourself starting to slip into the old patterns is the exact moment when you strike back. So let's get back to that life-changing moment in the parking lot with my ex-husband. As he continued to talk, I felt myself being drawn into his narrative. For a moment, I started to slip into that old feeling of confusion and doubt, like I was doing something wrong, like I was causing him harm. But then I caught myself, and this was the moment that I needed to strike. And here's what I said that changed everything. You're embarrassing yourself. The effect was immediate. He stopped, shocked. And after that, there was nothing more to say. He was silenced, and I left, and I was ready to face court the next day. These words work because they directly confront the narcissist's behavior, calling them on their own actions. Narcissists at their core are highly insecure individuals. Their arrogance and need for control are masks for this insecurity. Recognizing this is key to understanding why certain words have such a profound impact on them. By saying you're embarrassing yourself, your arrow precisely targets their Achilles heel, their vanity and insecurity. This script works because it follows 3 points. It is precise. When dealing with a narcissist, precision in language is crucial. The right words can target their arrogance, hitting them exactly where it hurts most, their inflated ego. It avoids triggering narcissistic rage. This is a delicate balance and really depends on delivery. You need to be direct enough to assert your point, but tactful enough to avoid triggering a narcissistic rage, which can escalate the situation. And 3, it empowers you. Your response should empower you while disarming the narcissist by undermining their false sense of superiority without overt confrontation. These 3 words, you're embarrassing yourself, are powerful because they speak directly to the narcissist's fear of exposure and humiliation. At that moment, I didn't engage with his narrative or try to justify myself. Instead, I held up a mirror to his behavior, and this is why these words work. They cut through the manipulation and redirect the focus right back on the narcissist, revealing the absurdity of their actions. Now, the script works beautifully in many situations, but it isn't a one-size-fits-all approach. Different situations with a different narcissist might require different responses. The key is to adapt this strategy to what suits you best for your unique dynamic. Here are some tips for scripting effective comebacks. Wait for the moment when the narcissist believes they have the upper hand emotionally. That's when your chosen words will have the most significant impact. Base your comeback on the current situation. Respond to their behavior at that moment, making your words more relevant and grounded in reality. The way you deliver words is crucial. Maintain a calm demeanor to show that you're not affected by the emotional manipulation. Make it short and direct. Lengthy explanations give them more to twist and manipulate. Your goal is to disarm with as few words as necessary. Your objective here isn't to win the argument, but to end the manipulative influence. Use your words to regain control and then immediately disengage from the conversation. Knowing these tactics is crucial so that you can finally take back your life. But what's even better is to learn how to avoid narcissists off the get-go so that you never end up in this situation again. How quickly can you actually spot the narcissist? You might be surprised. That's exactly what we're going to cover in this video. I'll share a real-life scenario where I completely failed to spot the narcissist. I'll walk you through the nuanced clues that were there within the first hour, and I'll show you why I missed them so that you can learn how to quickly spot the narcissist and arm yourself with the best protection possible.